We are almost rolling up to the Yamaha 2017 demo day on this lovely day in June. I have some dude in a badass fucking Suburban thing. I don't know what it is exactly. It's got like a blower, air intake, and fucking license plates all over it and shit. It's rad as fuck. This kid thinks his dad's retarded. I have no idea what that is. My early 80s, late 70s SUV knowledge is non-existent. Our demo day will be over there at that building. Gotta kind of do a loop-de-loop to get around to it. I'm super excited to ride the FZ-10, the R1, if they have both of those. And I want to ride like a, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation because I've only read it on the internet, the Super 10. And well, I've seen them in real life, but I've never heard anybody say the fucking name because I've never listened to any review about them. This is my first demo day I've gone to. I've tried to go to a couple others and I always forget, or I've got to work that day. And today I have this Friday off, and demo day starts early. I figured it'll be kind of slow early on a Friday. Not gonna have to wait a whole lot, and we'll see how this goes. Hopefully awesome. There's the Yamaha demo truck now, and we'll pull up and we'll see what's popping at this motherfucker. Any bike parking spots left? It does not appear that there are. V-Strong. Rad fucking V-Strong. Bikes are all back from the first ride out. Checking out the 09. This SCR 950 is hot as fuck. Killer looking bike. It's got belt drive, which is nice. Probably bolt motor. This is my first ride for the day. Is the FZ-10. Killer looking bike. I don't like the black as much as the gray and the green, but it's still awesome looking. Yeah, it looks like a Transformer's dick. Like Optimus Prime just flops his cock out and it's like, look at my big old Optimus Prime dick. FJR's killer. That's my second ride. Bolt's awesome. Pretty much like the whole new Yamaha lineup. The R1's sick looking. Oh, I should have picked the R1. Super 10 is nice too. Super 10. FJ09. Okay, so I just rode the FZ-10, and I'll do a review of that bike on this bike because for some reason my camera shut off while I was riding. And it was a good bike. It felt exactly like my 8. I love the way the cross-plane motor sounds. Very mild-mannered on the street. On this ride, you'll see it never really got an opportunity to get on it. So I'm not sure what the power band feels like. But as far as just cruising around like a daily bike, it felt great. I loved it. This bike's a little heavy. We'll see how she does. Keep talking about the 10. Ooh, that sounds good. The 10, the throttle's real snappy. It's had AB and I guess like medium mode. The B mode, they were warning us to not go into it a whole lot. They really couldn't tell the difference between mild street riding between A and B. I rode in B the entire time and it felt exactly like riding an FZ-1 or an FZ-8. There wasn't that much of a difference to it. I'm pull up the camera a little bit because this leans a little bit more forward than my bike does. If I was going to realistically buy another bike, it would be this or ooh man, it would be this or the 10. So we'll see how this goes. I like the luggage. I like the little compartments for knickknacks. You can carry cats and stuff in there. This motor sounds amazing, and this will be the first shaft drive bike I've ever ridden. See how this bitch does. Oh my god, that's smooth as butter. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so I talked a lot of shit about liking the FZ-10 when I was on it, on that video that you won't be able to see. Double check to make sure this one's recording still. And I think this bike is probably better. Just hit my leg on the fairing. That might be a little annoying, but we'll see. I'm loving the windscreen. Oh, you can move it up and down. It's like an electric window. Okay, this bike is glorious. This is fucking amazing. I could chew up some miles on this motherfucker. I've always wanted to ride one of these. Like, I really like this in the concourse a lot. I love that fucking window. Love how you can take the windscreen down. That is cool as shit. Dude, this bike is buttery smooth. Oh my god. The FZ-1 or the FZ-10, I'm sorry. The gear feels choppy on it. I don't trust this dude. Stagger, what are you doing, buddy? Off possum. Are we being blocked by a car? I've hit my legs like 3 times already on this fairing, so that's a little annoying, but I'm betting with a little bit of riding experience on it, that would not be a problem. Dude, this bike is, holy shit, this bike is fucking the business. This bike is the business. Alright, fuck super sports. This thing's where it's at. We'll see when we get some turns. I don't wanna call it in, phone it in already for being the best. I haven't really ridden anything else, but this bike is the shit so far. This is pretty much exactly what I was looking for in a motorcycle. So we'll see what it feels like going through turns and shit. It's got torque for days. I'm at 2,000 RPMs and we'll oh, love it. Want to make weird noises. Pulling over. Somebody got got separated. All the group got split up. Love this thing. Pull the windscreen up, see what that feels like. Now I see why old dudes who ride a lot ride the fuck out of these. This bike is amazing. You can go 20 feet on it and already know it's the shit. Like I said, the FZ-1 felt so much like my FZ-8. Like there's not like any benefit to buying it. I was not able to get into the power band. It's 50, I think it's like 59 horsepower more than my 8, so I'm sure it feels like you're fucking getting shot out of Satan's dick when you're on it. But to be realistic, you're not doing that 90% of the time you're riding a motorcycle. So there will be no massive benefit to me to buying the 10 other than just being able to wreck street cars, because I can't do it to all of them on my 8. We're gonna go right at this light. This thing is smoother than my fucking dick after I just shaved it. Oh my Jesus. The brakes feel good. The suspension feels good. So everything about this bike feels great. The R1S is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Loving it so far. This guy's fucking right next to me. He's scared as shit of his bike. This thing's got some ass to it. That's the second time I passed somebody in this group ride. I passed somebody in the last one too because they wouldn't stay staggered and they wouldn't ride right. Pull my shade up. Pull this windscreen down. Oh my god, this thing is amazing. This fucking bike is amazing. This bike is like the motorcycle equivalent of those white New Balances you always see old men wearing. They're so ugly, but they're like the best shoes. They last for like 3 years. They're comfortable as fuck. Oh dude, this bike is the shit. Glowing review. I don't really have a lot positive. I mean, the positive additionally over something like a FZ-09 or FZ-8 or FZ-1 to say about the FZ-10. Like, it's real mild-mannered. They kept warning us about how dangerous it was to ride and how scary B-mode is and all this other bullshit, but there was nothing on it that like was remotely like terrifying or scary or anything. This bike is so planted and confident in where it's going. They've made this thing for so long, they've been able just to perfect it. This thing is killer. The riding position is perfect. The ergonomics are great. The fairing does a really good job, and if you want some wind, you just kick that windscreen down and it's right up in your shit. Oh my goodness. The shaft drive is smoother than my shaft. Oh, it's glorious. Okay. So as far as bikes go that I've ridden today, out of 2, I've ridden this and the FZ-10. And I'll probably come up here tomorrow and ride 2 more because the demo day's 2 days. Maybe tomorrow might be packed out, we'll see. But This bike is the best so far out of the two. I would take this any day. If you were to say, here, take this FZ-10 and $2,000, or take this FJR, I would take the FJR every fucking time. This bike is amazing. It just feels so like planted, and the extra weight makes it feel awesome. I love the windscreen. I'm going to be eternally amused by the windscreen. You get a good amount of air when it's down, and when it's up, I don't get any buffeting in my helmet or anything. It might be a problem if you're taller than me, but I'm 5'11", so if you're a normal sized person, it's probably great, and if you're not, just hunch your back over a little bit, or just lay on the tank. If I land on the tank, it feels good with one elbow down. Oh, this guy's gonna pussy out on this corner. Yeah, you're crossed up, old man. You're crossed up. It's fucking around. This guy rides faster than the lady leading our group did, for sure. He's letting us ride a little bit quicker. We're going like 40 down this road when the lady was guiding us. I expected to like the FZ-10 more than this, but I don't. This thing is fucking killer, dude. The fucking power band comes on so smooth. It's not too high up to where you can't hit it. The transmission is like perfect. The transmission is absolutely perfect. Oh, we'll see. I'm in touring mode. I want to be in sport mode. We'll see what sport mode is like. It's got a gear indicator. Loving it. Loving it. Oh my god, it's got a ton of torque. It feels great. Just gobs of power, dude. Gobs of it. Okay, if I sell my bike, I'm buying one of these. I mean, I was kind of sold on the 10, but this thing is so much more well put together than the 10. This bike is killer. I could ride this bike for fucking decade and be fine on it. That's probably why you see so many with a ton of miles on them. It's so planted. I just did this road on the 10, and it was kind of bouncy. I mean, the suspension doesn't really feel a whole lot different. It was also very firm, very good suspension. This bike is just so planted. It's not, I wouldn't even say it's not flickable either. I mean, it feels good. This corner is deceivingly not curvy. It looks like it's gonna just be this killer curve, but it's not really. Look at him put his leg out. Kick his fucking leg out. Douche. Not wrong, fucking dirt bike. Big rocks around this corner. Oh my god, this thing is a fucking amazing. This is the best motorcycle I've ever ridden. I know that sounds retarded because it's an old van bike, but this is the best. Like, the brakes are fucking amazing. This whole bike is amazing. That guy knows where we're going already. Torque forever. Forever. Dude. This dude getting all that. I could go to Deal's Gap and ride this thing all day. There's a lot of heat on my left foot, when we start moving, but once it gets some air across that radiator and gets the fairing cleared out, it's not bad. That guy's scared of that truck that's like 10 feet away from him. We'll see what these corners feel like on this bike. Alright. Don't put your foot down. This guy threw this huge stink, and like they made him call like Yamaha corporate and shit because he doesn't have a motorcycle endorsement and he wanted to ride. And he talked about how he had 100,000 miles of motorcycle experience and all this shit, and he's throwing his fucking leg out like he's on a dirt bike around corners at 20 miles an hour. I think he's full of shit. And he's ridden every corner crossed up. Maybe he just hasn't ridden in a long time. Maybe I shouldn't be so judgy. But he was a complete asshole to the guys at the demo ride. Well, the only requirements were like dress requirements and closed-toed shoes and your motorcycle endorsement. And he didn't have the endorsement. And he was complaining about them not letting him ride it. Oh, never, that's not that dude. That dude, well, maybe it is. Yeah, it's that dude. This bike is fucking glorious. This bike is absolutely glorious. I'm gonna sit back a little bit, see what my legs feel like. Turn signal, bro. Turn signal. Turn signal. Yeah, this guy was an absolute asshole to the dude from Yamaha. He's like yelling at him and shit. So if you don't meet all the requirements for something, where somebody's letting you ride a $20,000 worth of equipment, just don't be an asshole and accept your fate. Or you can be an asshole, throw a hissy fit and get your way like he did, because he said he's going to buy an XSR 600 or 900 today. XSR 900. I don't see this guy buying it. Dude, this bike is fucking amazing. This bike is fucking amazing. This bike is perfect. I have never ridden a bike as good as this bike. Ever. It has everything. Okay, this bike is so stable in corners. It gives you so much confidence riding it. And the seating position is fucking glorious. The torque on this thing, it feels like a fucking freight train compared to the 10. The 10 felt like my 8, where you don't have a lot of power down low. Maybe they do tune them for the ride or something, but the cross plane's like very like kind of like choppy, and like it sounds like it almost feels like a dirt bike where it sounds like you got piston slap a little bit. But this thing, you can't hear the motor. It fucking, oh my god, it just pulls you. I'm giving this thing a 10 out of 10, and the FZ-10, even though I couldn't get on it, I'm giving it an 8 because it's so close to my 8. But this has been fun, man. I'm glad I went to a demo ride. And I'm glad I got to review a couple bikes I've never ridden before. And if I ever buy another bike, it's going to be this or Concourse. I was kind of put off by the size. Initially, I didn't want to ride one. I was a little intimidated by maybe like the size and the weight, and like I thought it would be too much bike to have. But dude, this thing is perfect. I bet this thing is killer in storms. You just like put this windscreen up and duck behind it. I bet it just chews up miles for miles. See how slow these guys do this corner. Oh my god, this bike is fucking killer. Killer, 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 killer. I sound like a fucking fanboy now, but I love it. This bike is perfect for me. It comes with side bags. I throw a top box on it. You probably got like, at least with my shad top box, I'd have like, I'm guessing the side panel is probably like 30 liters or something. So I'd have about 100 liters of storage to go wherever. Where are we going? We're going straight through here? Dude, this bike. Oh my goodness. The transmission is smooth, the shifting's smooth. I'm gonna go try to clutchless shift this motherfucker. See how it does. Maybe I have been, I don't know. It's force of habit. But this guy is not. This guy's so full of shit about his motorcycle skills. Oh yeah, I have been clutchless shifting it. I don't feel the fucking shaft, like people talk about torque steer with shaft drives and it like kind of like bowing the bike in. I don't feel anything like that. Maybe if I was dumping the clutch and going batshit. This bike is killer. Killer. Ja. Sehr gut. Dieses Bike, dieses Motorrad is so gut, ja. Jesus Christ, I want it. I want it, I want it, I want it. The mirrors like are perfect. I can barely see my arm in either of them. And they don't vibrate at all. There's like no, you can put an accelerometer on that and measure it and it'll just be like a flat line. Dude, this bike, oh goodness gracious. Great balls of balls. I really want to ride the Concourse now to compare the Concourse to this. I'm thinking this is going to be the gold standard compared to the Kawasaki, even though I'm pretty much like Kawasaki and Yamaha on the same level. I've been kind of a Kawasaki and Yamaha fanboy. I don't really know how I feel about Honda. I'm sure they make good motorcycles, but this guy does not have anywhere near as much riding experience as he claims to have. He does not know what he's doing. I can tell by his body positioning, I can tell by his lack of confidence around other bikes. Ooh, these brakes grab. These brakes grab like Trump grabbing some pussy, man. Full grip. Ooh, I love how deep that motor is. I'm sure the camera's not picking it up all the way, but it is great. I think we lost part of the group. I'm not used to that clutch yet. Oh my god, the torque is from fucking $3 grand. Hits like a fucking brick. Those cars in front of us ruining everybody's day. The high-vis biker gang. Yep. Don't need your help. Okay, 1 second. So planted. Oh, we're good? Okay. I feel like this bike would wheelie very easily and be absolutely ridiculous doing so. Oh my god. I want it. I love it. This is definitely the next step in the motorcycle progression. Morty, I'm buying this motorcycle, Morty. You'll never understand, Morty. You want your FZ-10s, Morty, but you can't have them, Morty, because you're stupid, Morty. You'll never understand the sophistication and class, Morty, that is the FJR, Morty. Oh man, I want it. This thing is fucking smooth as butter. Oh my goodness. This is what I thought the Triumph Tiger 800 was going to be when I rode it. I thought it was going to feel like this, and it felt like more like my 8. And my 8 is a really, 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 really good bike, but I wish it had a windscreen and luggage. And it looks ridiculous with the windscreen and luggage, and I miss having a fairing and ducking behind it in rainstorms and shitty weather. I'm sure this thing has a bigger stator or whatever to power more shit like accessories and stuff. Doesn't feel too heavy. I mean, it's got a little, you can tell there's got an extra couple 100 pounds to it than my bike, but it feels good still. Almost back to the dealership. Look how smooth this is. Jesus. It's got hazards. Almost stalled it. This bike is perfect. I could say fuck cars in Ohio and ride this bike. No shit. Alright, that's the FJR. Green light. There you are. I found you. So there's this guy in front of me and I was talking shit about him, and I thought it was the dude that was complaining because he didn't have a motorcycle endorsement and Yamaha wasn't letting him ride, but it was not him, it was somebody else. So sorry, dude. If you're not that scared or you're new to riding or whatever, welcome to the riding community. Don't want to talk too much shit because you're still a person. But it's a good time. Loved it.